So welcome back. I have with me here my buddy, and most people will know him already because he's quite a bit bigger YouTuber than I am. But David Moadel from Looking at the Markets. Welcome back, Dave.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to be here. You guys are hearing my voice right now. And if you have not subscribed to David Lincoln's channel, just hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell, by the way, so you can get notified whenever he puts up a new video, which is what, like every day now?
Dave, you're too kind, David. Thank you so much for the plug. That's certainly not necessary. It's my turn to plug you now since you're on my
Oh,
channel.
man.
So
Okay, I can't help myself. All right,
I,
what are we going to talk about today?
All right, so I've been watching your videos every that come out once a week on all the charts, and I find those awesome. And so one of the reasons I wanted to have you come on here is just to plug those videos every week because I'm one of the worst stock pickers out there, but David is an expert in that, and he also he produces a ton of quality videos about different technical analysis tools, shapes, patterns, pretty much everything you can think of. And I like to check every week to your you profile. How many stocks do you profile a week? Like a handful, 5 or 10?
Yeah, usually I go to finviz.com and they really should start paying me all the free publicity I've given them over the months and years. But I go over there and I pick, let's say, 8 to 10 stocks that I like for the rest of the week. And then I find an attractive woman and I put her on the thumbnail image of the video and we're good to go.
Indeed, I actually did notice that as well. So, what is your impression right now of the markets? I know that you have access to a lot of retail traders and otherwise. What are you hearing as far as this rally that's happened in the last day or two?
Yeah, on Google just recently, I tweeted or retweeted this. The number of Google searches for what stocks should I buy, that key phrase, has doubled recently. So within a matter of days, that's what happens when you get 10% in a day single trading session moves in the Dow. And when the Dow goes up 20% in a matter of 3 days, yeah, suddenly all the Robinhood traders want to get in. Nothing against Robinhood in particular, but all the newbie, neophyte traders want to get in. They think that trading is easy, and it's not. And I think they're gonna get hit hard. They're gonna make a contribution to the markets. Excuse me, and I've made contributions to the markets myself, charitable donations, so to speak. But you can avoid that just by watching this channel that you're watching right now, watching my channel, learning that buying after something goes up a lot, you can eke out smaller gains that way. Or it's even better. You can be like Buffett. Okay, you can be like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all those greats, John C. Bogle, who passed away not that long ago. These are guys who buy when there's blood in the streets. And so, yeah, okay, you could do okay after something goes up 20% in 3 days. Imagine if you had bought when it was down, then you would have made 20% instead of trying to get an extra 5, 10% now. So I don't know. I mean, yes, I like to see people getting into trading and investing. That's cool, but I think they're getting suckered in. I think they're going to learn a hard lesson the hard way, unfortunately.
Now, have you seen a bump in viewership since everybody's stuck at home?
Yeah, I have, and now a lot of people are trading because that's one of the few ways you can make money during a quarantine. You can't get fired from trading. You can lose all your money, but if you can find more money, you can just keep doing it. So a lot of people want to know how to do it now that they can't do much of anything else sometimes. So hey, I welcome one and all. Come on down, check out the channel. But just be aware that there is a learning curve. You're not going to start making money immediately. At first, you're going to want to demo trade, virtual trade, paper trade, as they used to call it back in the day, or trade with very small amounts of money that you can afford to lose, and realize that it's going to take months before you even start to get good at this. That's not what people want to hear. I do coach people, and they want to make some of them want to make money immediately. Oftentimes it depends on their age. I have some coaching clients who are veterans of wars, and they're in their 60s, and they're great because they know that nothing comes easy. But and then on the other hand, I might get an 18-year-old who wants to make money, tomorrow. But hey, that was me when I was 18. I was a moron when I was 18. So who am I to talk?
So how does it work if somebody wants to get coaching from you? What sort of service do you provide? Would you be talking with them on the phone? Would it be like over Facebook IM, or how does it work?
Yeah, no, it's great. I can reach people all around the world, and I usually use Skype so they can see charts if I want to show it to them. If Skype doesn't work, there's always Google Hangouts, Zoom, TeamViewer. I can also do WhatsApp. Sometimes people don't want to give away their phone number, but yeah, we could use the phone. There are ways while still maintaining privacy. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I want to give a shout out to all the people around the world who contact me, whether you're in India, Pakistan, Canada, Australia. Some people. I've had people from Africa, from Zimbabwe, contacting me and wanting some guidance. And and David Lincoln's also a pretty good mentor as well. He's got his Patreon up, and you can show your support. But have a mentor if you're a beginner. Have somebody who can guide you through this. I had my father. I was very lucky. My dad, taught me the basics on this, the Warren Buffett style investing and trading methodologies, so I wouldn't have to make too many mistakes and make too many charitable contributions to the markets. But most people don't have that. And they
Oh, that's
certainly don't teach it
interesting.
in schools, which they should, but they don't. So here we are. A lot of people are kind of stuck high and dry, and they need some mentorship, and that's what you and I are here to do.
So they say the markets are forward looking. Do you think that this rally in the markets right now off the lows? Do you think maybe that could have been the bottom, and the markets have kind of like moved on? They're looking, at what's going to be happening. I don't know, towards the election or something. Do you think that this could be the recovery underway now?
I have my doubts. I mean, a certain somebody said that we'll have businesses back by Easter, but I don't even think that the staunchest supporters of that individual really believe that that businesses are going to be up and fine and ready to go by Easter, which is coming very soon. So I think this was the markets pricing in a bailout for everybody. Even if every individual gets a $1,000 or even a $2,000 check, as some people, I think $1,200 is the latest probable figure. What is that going to do? How far is that going to get you if you're laid off of work? If they told you, go home and don't come back to work, and nobody else will hire you, then $1,200 won't get you far. I've heard that the government's going to tax that. By the way, they're going to give you money, then take 25% of it back or whatever your tax bracket is. So it won't get you far. Businesses, uh, it's going to be a long slog through some difficult times. I think the market just assumed that, oh, the government, mommy and daddy government are going to bail us out. I don't think it's as simple as that. They're throwing money at the problem, but until there's a cure for this thing, or not a cure, but at least a vaccine, that's not just a vaccine, it's got to be freely available. And time is running out. Every day that the vaccine is there, then have you noticed that the number of illnesses and deaths is jumping up? It's like doubling every few days within certain regions. So, man, and if they don't find something real soon, if you keep doubling something every few days, that's just devastating. Plus, consumer sentiment, one of the pillars of the economy. For so many years, there was a global growth slowdown, but on the other hand, well, the consumers are still spending, so we can keep pushing the stock market up. Well, now consumers aren't spending. They're spending it on bathroom tissue if they can even get it. Supply chains are also choked. They can't even stock the shelves. So the General Motors and Ford and those auto companies, their production facilities are shut down. Amazon's only shipping out necessities, emergency items right now. So man, I'm ready for another leg down. And I don't think it's going to be super quick, but every day with new bad news coming out, I think it's going to be death by a thousand cuts, or the Chinese water torture. Call it what you will. I think it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a report that says that these companies by law have to warn if they're going to have bad earnings, so we should expect a lot more bad news. That's why it really is amazing how much the market has rallied back. It boggles my mind. A lot of stuff is still very confusing to me about the market, even being a long-term participant. We know that it's very hard to predict what's going to happen, but yeah, it's definitely a really scary situation out there.
Yeah.
I stay safe. You and your wife you're in Florida, is that right?
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that, and I hope everybody just not only stay safe but be decent to each other. Quit hoarding. If you see an old lady, in a supermarket or wherever, just let them in line first. Let them get what they need. For goodness sake, I mean, we're seeing some ugly things right now, but we're also seeing some good people out there. They just don't report it as much in the media, unfortunately. So yeah, everybody stay safe and. Stay safe with your investments as well.
All right, Dave. Well, nice to talk to you, and